Hi, welcome back to the channel. Green Super Gardening here. This episode is going to be a little different. Normally I show you all the very pretty stuff, although that one doesn't look that great. That's a pomegranate tree transplanted maybe a few weeks ago, a month ago. But anyways, I think it's going through some transplant shock. Yes, the nasturtiums are pretty. And I got to check the Oyas. But the pomegranate tree is probably not the prettiest thing right now. The kumquat tree is actually looking pretty good. It did miss a beat. It is looking a little yellowish, but not that bad. May have to add some more plant food or something for citrus. Anyways, so this episode, again, is going to be a little different. We're always seeing and we're always showing people the best parts of the garden, the best parts of everything. This one's going to be a little different. I'm going to show you the worst parts of the garden and the worst parts of stuff that I haven't gotten to. This over here is the other bed. When we originally moved into the house, it looked freaking fantastic. I mean, they built it up and they filled it in with flowers and plants and all kinds of stuff to make it look pretty to be able to sell the house. It was a flip, I'm not gonna lie. And it did. It looks good. But, you know, life happens. We got busy. And so I had originally planted some stuff out. I added the drip system, as you can see there. But it just got a little too grassy and I haven't had a chance to really clean it up. So I'm slowly starting. This one, it happened the same thing on this one over here, but I've gone through and I've corrected it. I put down a bunch of cardboard, a bunch of mulch, a bunch of soil, and it's kind of come back. It's not looking too bad. This one, not as much. I pulled out what we had and it's looking pretty good. This area though, it's pretty bad. Now we're gonna take you over, just keep walking. This area back here. Originally also had grass right in the middle in here, and now it's just mulch because I just didn't want to deal with the grass. This tree overgrows basically onto our property over the shed, so it wasn't getting a lot of sun. We would water it and it just wouldn't grow because it would always stay wet because, again, not enough sun. These beds, all this has a drip system, but like I said in a previous video, there's some issues with the timer and whatnot. I gotta get that fixed out. So it's not always pretty, although that little citrus tree, that little mandarin orange back, it looks pretty good. This actually looks pretty good. At least over here in this bed, we have the yucca and we have the rhubarb. But, you know, if you notice, there's a lot of grass and a lot of stuff that still needs to be, you know, mowed and cleaned up. I did some of this last weekend. It wasn't the greatest. This pot, I mean, is looking good now, but I threw in a bunch of seeds and so the stuff is sprouting. So that's actually not that bad. Who doesn't have kids' toys? It has kids. The greenhouse is looking okay. It's looking kind of bare because there's really nothing in it. Yeah, this is like the forbidden alleyway of the house, or the property. This is a compost bin. If you've been following on my Instagram's account, you know we had bees in this recently. Zachary at Homestead came over a couple weeks ago, pulled them all out for me. I think he started, he put them in a box and whatnot. Here, yeah, not that pretty. And we have this horrible vine from the neighbor that like just doesn't do anything. It's not edible, it's nothing. So we have this hideous thing. Alright, so let me go to the front of the house and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so that's where we came out of from the backyard. Yeah, this is the front yard. Lots of weeds right by the side door. So yeah, it's not always pretty pictures. It's not always, you know, everything looks fantastic. Check this out. And if you look at the actual lawn, it really isn't a lawn to speak of. We have lots of weeds, we have lots of stuff going on, so it's not always hunky-dory. Remember how good my ahiluses were doing? If you've been following me on Instagram, you knew how fantastic this plant looked. Oh, look at it now. Yeah, and look at all the grass that's coming in here. So we're gonna take this as a lesson, is to always keep on top of things. But you know what? Sometimes life happens. And one of those happy things is I have volunteer sweet potato in this bed. Right next to it, tons of roly-polies. These guys have been the bane of my existence this year so far. That's what we get for getting all that rain. Alright, so now we're walking to the backyard again. So, before you get all depressed and all sad that, you know, all these YouTubers and all these Instagram gardeners and whatnot and these homesteaders. Well, here's another perfect example. These are all seeds. I don't even know why they're back here. Anyways, before you think that we have it all together as far as these gardens, we don't always have that. It's just we like to show all the pretty things and all the side and all the things that, you know, always go well. You know what? It ain't always that pretty. Just remember one more thing, guys. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, hit on that little bell icon as I show you these beautiful beds, and tell all your friends about us. Bye. One last thing before we go. This is a table full of pepper plants and eggplants and basil that still needs to be potted out or potted up or done something with. Alright guys, and that's it for this episode of The Ugly. Please stay tuned. I will be putting out some more videos, and y'all have a good one.